Spooky season is finally here, so let's look back at summer one last time. Hey there, cinephiles. Today I'm reacting to the summer box office of 2024. Back in May, I attempted to predict the top 10 highest grossing films domestically that are released between the first weekend of May and Labor Day, which in and of itself makes up the summer box office season. I tried to predict this last year and I did not do so well. I only ended up getting 7 of the 10 correct and none of them were in the right place. So this year I'm hoping to get more of them right and at least one in the right spot. Before we get into how well I did, I just want to say I collected the data from Dan Murrell, another movie YouTuber here. If you like movie reviews and you like seeing the box office every week, definitely check out his channel. And I also looked at Box Office Mojo just in case. So if something's wrong here for the actual results, I swear it's not on me. But anyways, let's recap my picks from earlier this year. I had 3 movies listed just outside of my top 10 that wouldn't surprise me if they did get into the top 10 of the summer. At 13th, I had Alien Romulus. At 12th, I had Borderlands, and at 11th, I had Bad Boys Ride or Die. The 3 of these films, I really had no gauge on whether audiences would actually go out to see them. 2 of them I was actually rooting for to be good, and the other I still haven't seen. Talking to you, Borderlands. But now getting into my actual top 10 predictions of the summer. In 10th, I had The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. In 9th, I had If. In 8th, I had A Quiet Place Day 1. In 7th, I had Twisters. In 6th, I guessed Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. In 5th, I had the Garfield movie. In 4th, I had The Fall Guy. In 3rd, I had Inside Out 2. In 2nd, I had Deadpool and Wolverine. And finally, the movie that I thought was going to win the summer box office was Despicable Me 4. Now let's actually compare my guesses to the actual list. The 10th highest grossing movie of summer 2024 was The Fall Guy. Almost immediately, I knew I messed up on that one because I had that 4th. And man, oh man, I already knew I was in for some trouble. But at least it made the top 10. In 9th place was If. I actually got this right on the head, which is pretty cool. AKA the goal of getting at least one in the exact right spot is achieved. In 8th place was It Ends With Us, a movie that I am so not a fan of, and I'm a little sad to see that it did this well. In 7th was A Quiet Place Day 1, a movie that I actually ended up really liking a lot more than I thought I would. So I'm pretty pleased to see this in the top 10, even though I didn't get it quite right. In 6th place came Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, another really solid movie that I'm glad to see on the list. In 5th place was Bad Boys Ride or Die. I had this 11th. I just didn't know how good it was going to be and how many people actually wanted to see this. And it's honestly a blast. It's very interesting to see this in 5th place though. In 4th place was Twisters, a movie that I am so glad did very well at the box office, because honestly, it's just one of my favorite movies of the entire year so far. In 3rd place came Despicable Me 4. I really thought this was going to be number 1, and I'm kind of glad it's not because it's just not a good movie. But it's Despicable Me, so I knew it was going to do well no matter what. In 2nd is Deadpool and Wolverine, yet another movie I got spot on in the placement, so that just makes me really happy. And finally, at number 1, the one that made the most money in summer 2024 was Inside Out 2. Genuinely a very big shock of how much money it's making. I think as of right now, it's the highest grossing animated movie of all time, unadjusted for gross, which is genuinely insane. And also a little disheartening because I love the first one and this one just, it had too many flaws for me. But I am glad that it had some serious topics it was delving into and it did it in such a digestible way. And I'm also glad it's dethroning The Lion King from 2019. That movie is just, oh man. So to recap, in total, I got 8 of the 10 movies correct. And if you're counting the movies that I thought could make it in, but I didn't quite put it in there, then I got 9 of the 10 right. The 2 that I ended up missing on were Bad Boys and It Ends With Us. One of them, again, I'm very glad got in there, and the other is It Ends With Us. And the thing I'm most proud of is that I actually got 2 correct placements. Again, it's number 9 with If, and number 2 with Deadpool and Wolverine. Kind of at opposite ends of the spectrum, but both starring Ryan Reynolds. I don't know what that says. I guess I just know how well to predict Ryan Reynolds' movies financially. Weird talent. And I was so close to getting 4 correct placements if I only flipped Despicable Me 4 and Inside Out 2. But hey, I did pretty well this year, and I'm excited to see how well I do next year. But alright, that's me reacting to the summer box office for 2024. It's not exactly the best year, but it could have been a lot worse. If you tried to predict how well these movies would do, please let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. Also, be sure to let me know what your favorite movies of the summer season was, because there are definitely some major gems here. But alright, as always, thank you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing. Be sure to stay tuned for more Yeti Films content, and I'll watch you later.